Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Who are you?
I heard you lose somebody that's at the desk over here.
Yeah, I do. Hi, everybody. Good morning, St. Paul. Good morning, Minneapolis. Good morning, Wenatchee, Washington. And good morning to you. Have a seat, everybody. Welcome to the Jason Show. I'm Jace. Kendall continues to take a much-deserved vacation. Right about now, if you listen closely, you can hear her drinking Chardonnay. But right now, she's not drinking anything, much to her chagrin. Please welcome the OG, the original recipe bucket of chicken, Shane Wells, everybody. There we go.
Wenatchee, Washington.
Wenatchee, Washington.
Yeah.
Can I start with a compliment?
Of course.
Holy crap, you look amazing.
Thanks. I appreciate
You're that
that.
top. Is that a new top?
Newish.
It is
Thanks.
fabulous. You should wear
Thank
that
you.
every day.
Well,
Yeah. Not every day.
Okay.
Then you'll get letters.
thank you.
Why is she wearing that every day?
I know. I've seen you wear that 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. We match kind of. You get the blue.
Kind of. We have the blue theme. Yeah, the little blue gray theme going on. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while.
I know. Well, you were off gallivanting across the world.
I went on a cruise, Shane, for the first time ever.
Oh, I know. And see, you and I are kind of on the same team of cruising.
Yeah. You don't like the cruises either?
I mean, I don't want to sound bratty, but they're not my favorite.
Well, and I did the segment. Go back and watch it on YouTube on Monday. I kind of gave a recap, and I'm not giving up. People were so nice. They kept texting me going or sending me messages going, "Don't give up. Just do a different cruise line." I think I just picked the wrong type of cruise to do as my first one.
I don't think you did.
Really?
No, I've been on 2 different cruise lines now.
Really?
Yep.
Which ones? This is why I love her. Which ones did you go on?
I've been on Carnival and the Disney.
Okay, now the Disney, here's what I heard. Now, like, remember my beef with Royal Caribbean was it was crawling with teenagers, Children of the Corn, and then little ones, like the ones that you have. They were all over the place. And the people, there were no rules. It was like the wild, wild west. There were adult areas. No one enforced that. There were children crawling on walls.
They do enforce that on the Disney cruise.
People go,
Despite the fact it's a Disney cruise with uber amounts of children.
That's what I heard, that despite the fact that it's a Disney cruise, they take the adult-only areas very serious.
They do. It's
on
very
the Disney.
calming.
Yeah,
that side was nice. I only got to be there for like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was, again, and my favorite thing, though, and this is when I knew, audience, and I don't think I told this story on Monday, but this is how, Shane, I think I was the moment where I thought, oh, this might not be for me. This was like day one, and we're in the pool. I'm laying in the chairs in the pool, and I'm looking. Here's the pool audience right here, okay? And I'm all laid back, I'm all relaxed, and I go like this. I go, what is that? And there was a guy in front of me with a plate, eating a whole rack of lamb, like a rack of ribs. He had a plate full of ribs, and there's like a waiting pool. And then you go into the main pool. He's standing in the waiting pool eating a rack of ribs.
How is that even possible?
Well, I don't know.
Did you need 2 hands for that?
Well, and I took a picture. I go, I gotta capture this.
Well, yeah.
So I took a picture. I tweeted it out because he was a really good-looking man. And I'm like, but my caption was, I don't care how hot you are, you shouldn't be eating a rack of lamb, a rack of ribs in a pool. And I looked at Colin and I go, this might not be for us. When someone just eats a rack of ribs in a pool. What?
It's great, people watching.
Oh, I've never owned sunglasses in my life. I've never owned a sunglass. No, and
I'm sorry, what?
I've never owned a pair of
Are
sunglasses.
you from Mars? How do you
I'm
not have
serious.
Sunglasses? There's a lot of sun.
I know, I've never owned a pair of sunglasses I'm going to be turning 48 in like 2 weeks. Anyway, and I've never owned sunglasses. I bought sunglasses on this trip.
Okay.
They are magical because they are magical. And I didn't even realize this. You can judge people and they can never see you. You can stare at people.
Yeah.
You can gawk at them, and they have no clue.
You could be sleeping and people think you're listening.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Wow,
I got the
Jason.
real. Yeah, I'm not joking. I've never owned a pair.
I feel like a lot of people in your life let you down.
Well, no, Colin kept trying to.
Oh, okay.
He kept telling me that it's giving me more wrinkles on my forehead, so I should probably, yeah.
That's a different take. That's a different take.
Yeah, I'm like, well, there goes your Botox allowance. But yeah. But no, now I love them. Now I'm obsessed. Colin goes, you need to stop taking pic. If you go to my Instagram, the first like 6 pictures, it's all me and the sunglasses, because now I'm obsessed.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to go anywhere without them.
Do you wear them inside?
No, because because that is
Calm down.
that is one of my things that drives me crazy about humans. I do not like.
Hold on, I gotta add that to the list. 1 second.
Yeah, exactly. Add that to your list of
really
things.
long.
I think it is so like really take off your sunglasses indoors. I hate that. It's like bro-y, like, hey, I don't know why I'm doing this. What is this, Fonz? What is this, 1979? But no, I don't like
I
that.
just assume people dabbled in something when they have them on indoors.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't do that at all during my trip. Let's get started, everybody. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Sprite the whole 2 weeks. First up, the end of Halloween is near. Not the holiday, we mean the movie. The trailer for the movie, Hollywood Ends, because remember, there was Halloween, and then last year, Halloween Kills, and now this is Halloween Ends. Look.
Come on, let's go.
Yes! Mute. Okay. So like I said, so this one follows 2018 had Halloween. They redid the franchise. And then last year Halloween Kills, and now this is Halloween Ends. Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode, who she played in the original one, John Carpenter's Halloween in '78. Anyway, so she's back. And this is like a continuation, and now it's going to be over. I mean, hopefully.
Well, if you say that, don't we know what happens in the end?
Yeah, I mean, she's going to have to die. I mean, she has to. I mean, no spoiler alert, but I mean, it's called Halloween
What
Ends.
happened at the end of the last one? How are these guys still alive?
Do you want me to tell you? No, I don't want to tell you.
Well, I don't really
a major
care.
character
I'm gonna be
dies
honest.
in the end of the second one.
But clearly not Jamie Lee or the Freddy.
No, Jamie Lee's still around, and Kyle Richards from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. No, listen to this.
Okay.
Kyle played the little girl that Jamie Lee babysat in the original.
Okay.
Now she's an adult, obviously, and she's in this as well.
Do you take her seriously?
Kyle?
As an actress? Yeah.
Well, no, but here's the thing. That's why Kyle's on Beverly Hills. Kyle and her sister, they were kid actors. Her sister was in a Disney movie, Witch Mountain, and
Yeah.
Escape from Witch Mountain.
Yep.
I want to make a joke, but I'm not going to. But anyway, and then Kyle was in Little House on the Prairie.
I know, but now, like after knowing them on Real Housewives.
She did pretty good.
Okay.
She did.
So you're really excited for this.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. People don't, you may not expect it about me, but I think you know this. You and I work together. I like horror. I like good horror movies. And Halloween is my favorite horror franchise.
Okay.
So
I swear I was here filling in the last time Halloween came out, and I was telling Jeff, I'm like, no, I swear we just did this whole thing.
probably. Kendall
Okay.
takes the same kind of vacation like I do.
That's
so
true.
yeah,
It probably was exactly a year
Exactly.
ago. Cool. I'm glad
Next
I'm here
on the
for
dish.
this again.
Let's go, girls. Shania Twain. I said that kind of good. Shania Twain is the subject of a new documentary. It's coming out soon on Netflix called Not Just a Girl. Look, little preview.
Taking the risks to do things your way can be scary. You gotta be brave. Are you ready? Let's go, girls.
She's one of the top female artists in country and pop. And Shania Twain isn't slowing down at all.
She was the first person to break that door open and go across the music genres. She was that trailblazer.
How many artists have followed huge records with one more, much less two more?
Shania changed country music because she went like this. Oh, these are the lines? Cool.
Come on.
Sure did.
Strong female in country.
Well, and Shane, I'm for many reasons I'm glad you're here today, but I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you were in country, you did country radio.
Yep.
And when the woman right there was saying that Shania took boundaries and kept expanding them, country music radio did not love her for a while. Am I right on that?
Oh yeah, even like Taylor Swift's been exiled. Any woman who goes outside the parameters they've set, it's like, ugh.
Faith Hill, they did the same thing.
Yep.
Didn't they do the same thing to Faith Hill?
It's still challenging, for being honest.
I love her. She's on my list, like the list that I would change teams for.
Yep.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Me too.
She's on your list too?
Yeah.
Show me lesbian. Yeah. But no, seriously, I would absolutely.
You see those videos from the past, it's just like, wow.
How can you not?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
not arguing at all.
But I also love her, I love good, strong women, and she has persevered. She has worked her butt off. She has and this doc, we were just saying while you were watching it, how juicy is it going to be? Because they're going to talk about the affair. Because remember, she was married to that music producer, Mutt, and then Mutt slept with her best friend.
Oh, that's
had an affair with her best friend. But then they swapped. Like Mutt was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the best friend's husband then went over to Shania, and then, and then they're married now. All the two sets of couples.
So it really worked out.
I guess,
But who cheats on Shania Twain?
Who names their kid Mutt?
I
mean, there's that too.
It's a nickname?
Mutt, is it a nickname? No, I think is it a nickname? No. Robert Mutt.
Lang.
Okay, Robert Mutt Lang. Because I'm thinking, oh look, Mutt.
No.
Why would that be your thought in the hospital?
It wouldn't.
No, it would not. No. The doc will drop on Netflix. Next week. We got to watch that. Yeah. And, we got to take a break now. Lots more to come. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Coming up next, the producers are filling me in on all of the things I missed.
Yes, we are.
Including one epic segment featuring producer Baby Bjorn. Then Stephanie Hansen is back with, and we're really excited, her first cookbook. And she's giving us a first look. And Jordan Peele's new movie, Nope, is already getting rave reviews, and it doesn't even open till Friday. So we're playing a little game to get ready. Nope or yup. That and more when we come back. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Oh, I was telling Shane, one of the hotels I stayed at during the vacation. See, I'm remembering just little bitty stories. This will happen all week. It was loaded with thousands of dance moms.
Lucky.
Like, there's some dance competition. There were like 87,000 little girl dancers. And then at the last day, there's the champions or whatever. And I'm in the lobby doing something, and a dad is walking with one of the giant trophies, and he dropped it. He dropped it on the floor, and this wife lost her mind. She was like, Gerald! And I felt so bad for him. He didn't mean to do it, but he tripped.
Could
and
he
I saw
fix
it
with a little glue?
Yeah, well, no, it broke. It broke.
All right.
And I saw it happen in like slow motion. Yeah, anyway, welcome back. David Spade was a guest on Kimmel last night with guest host Dana Carvey. It was like an SNL bonanza. So he and Dana are good friends, and they actually have a podcast together where they talk about SNL. It's really good. And that, my friends, is our Late Night Rewind.
Podcast. Whose idea was that? That I think was mine. Dana and I are old buddies from the old SNL days, and we now
We go way back.
Yeah, and we live near each other now. We used to not, but so we would meet up for dinner once a week or so, and crack up. And he's one of the funniest guys to just have dinner with. And we'd have Dennis Miller or Neil and our love. It's all our old buddies.
Yeah, just the calamari's fresh. Okay. Sorry, I love doing Dennis Miller.
That's Dennis.
Yeah.
And so we would always wind up talking about SNL with anybody. You know, it's kind of a subject people know about. So podcasts, I was thinking of doing one because it's sort of the OnlyFans for comedians. And so Tom Hanks was the first one to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like cast member, host, just anything to do with SNL. We talk about the show a little bit, and then we can spin out into movies, whatever. And I learned, Conan O'Brien, I didn't know he was 3 feet tall. I didn't, until I saw him in person. And you don't know that because you see him on TV.
And he's a brunette. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very brunette man.
Great. If you are an SNL fan or you like those two guys, and I like both of them, they're from one of my favorite eras of SNL, you'll love the podcast. I think it's called Fly on the Wall. And yeah, that's what it's, Fly on the Wall. And every episode is those two with either a guest host, a cast member, a musical guest, and they talk about great behind-the-scenes stories of SNL.
I love that.
Oh,
subscribing.
It's so good. It really is. It's because I love those two, and they can spin a story. Like Spade, I've said it before, modern now, Spade is one of the best talk show guests because he can spin a story so well, and he does it on that podcast. More late night, Drew Barrymore loves the rain. Did you guys see this? Anyway, Drew loves the rain. We found that out recently, and Stephen Colbert couldn't help himself. Look at this.
It rained this weekend in New York City, and Drew Barrymore has gone viral for sharing her experience of it.
Whenever you can go out into the rain, do not miss the opportunity!
What a lovely, heartwarming, and uplifting psychotic break. Thank you, Drew.
Yep, that's about it. She's just so wacky. That's what
it fits.
It fits. Yeah. Do you like? I don't love the. I don't like to go out. I don't like to get wet.
No, me neither.
I don't.
We're spoiled little brats.
We are. We're a little persnickety. I don't like. I told the story, I told the brief version of the story. We were at, shocking, not this trip, another one. We were at Disney, and we got off one ride, and as we were exiting, they were holding back the people. We couldn't figure out why. Well, they weren't holding back, but people weren't exiting the building because there was a monsoon. And I mean, like, not rain, sheets of rain. And I looked at Colin, I had like a cocktail or four, and I said, and I went like this, I go, let's just run. He goes, who are you? And I go, let's just do it. We're on vacation. I don't care how I look. He goes, okay. And I was running through the rain, and we went to another ride. It was a Star Wars ride. We're in the holding pattern, and I'm standing there, and I turn around, and Colin's gone, and he's behind me, like taking off his shirt to like undress or to like squeeze out his shirt. But I'm a little tipsy, and I'm like, why are you getting naked in a Star Wars ride? And he goes, you need to calm down. And I go, no, really, why are you getting naked in a Star Wars ride? And he goes, Jason, I'm not. I'm just rinsing, I'm wringing out my clothes.
Out of here.
It was a great moment for me. It was just, Next in the dish, does the name Manti Te'o ring a bell? It didn't at first for me until the producers kept going. I'm like, oh, I remember him. The football player made headlines a decade ago. He was one of the best football players in the country and then became a victim of a catfish. Netflix dropped a new trailer called Untold, the girlfriend who didn't exist. Look.
Manti Te'o had an absolutely astounding senior year. His grandmother and girlfriend, Lene Kekua, had died the same night. He dedicated his season to them. It was an amazing story.
I mean, they were with me, you know. I miss them.
One problem, his girlfriend did not exist.
I don't think anyone can appreciate how big a story it became. This was a very sophisticated hoax, perpetrated for reasons we can't understand.
At this point, I'm at the Heisman ceremony. I don't know what to think, and I can't tell anybody what's going on.
He'll never say it affected his play, but you could definitely see something was up.
We just thought, what sick joke is someone trying to put on us?
My uncle immediately said, I think you're getting catfished.
All right, ready to roll, man?
Yeah. I created this fictional character, Lene. I totally felt fear. I didn't have courage to just be like, this is who I am.
Woof. Do you remember the story now, Shane?
This was like the first catfish story, I feel like, that really everybody heard about and knew and learned about catfishing.
I didn't even know the term until this happened.
I don't think, was Catfish, that show on MTV, out yet?
No, I think this is what started.
After, right?
Yeah, this is what happened.
And it was something you couldn't wrap your head around.
No,
You're like, how could he not know? Well, now we know how elaborate these schemes are. Yeah.
Have you ever been, do you mind if have you ever been catfished or wall-eyed or whatever? I mean, what do you have?
I've never been neither of those things. No,
Yeah.
no, I never did the online dating. We met before that was something everyone was doing. So
Yeah.
I never had to experience that scare.
I did online dating. That's how I met
You
Kyle.
kind of got catfished, right?
I didn't, well, I wouldn't
Are we
call it
allowed to talk
catfish.
about
I would
that on air?
call humpback whaled. Yeah,
I'd pick another term. Like,
I would call it. Let's just say I dated someone that said they were British, worked for the Hillary Clinton campaign, was a tennis officiant, and he was none of those things. And I found out because he was being interviewed on Channel 5. And
Oh my God.
I'll never forget this as long as I live. One of my lifelong dear friends, Maddie, I call him Old Drunk Maddie. Maddie watches our show in his break room now. But Maddie calls me. This is the day it broke because I'm getting a massage, and I'm getting a massage, and then my phone is ringing, and I knew the woman that was giving it. She goes, "Do you want to get your phone?" I go, "Sure." And I pick up the phone, and and it was a reporter, and the reporter said, "Jason, would you like to give us a quote?" And I'm so dumb. I go, "Oh, are you doing like a profile of me or something?" And she goes, "No, your boyfriend is a fraud." And I went, "No comment." Click. And then that night it was on Channel 5, and then Maddie calls me with one of the best lines. I still laugh about it. He called me, he goes, "Girl, your boyfriend's on Channel 5, and he's still using his accent." It's a great time. Yeah, it'll be a couple chapters in the book that I eventually write.
When does that documentary come out? Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta write that. The doc, by the way, will drop next month, and he still plays in the NFL. Didn't know that. Well, wow. Not that I'm a football fan, but
Big
yeah.
sports ball fan.
Next, I was off last week and missed out on some great hot dish. So we sometimes do this. The producers wanted to get my thoughts on a few stories. So we're going to rapid fire some of these, okay?
Do it.
First up, it was announced that Tyra Banks is getting a co-host for the new season of Dancing with the Semi-Stars. Alfonso Ribeiro will host the show with Tyra when it moves over to Disney Plus this fall. It's also been reported that the dancing pros are taking a big pay cut as they move to streaming. My thoughts? They should have just fired Tyra completely and put Alfonso in there.
Agreed.
Her research is not good. I'm sorry. It's nothing against Tyra. I've liked her in other things. I do not like her in the show. I've said it 400 times. Finally, now when I came back, the producer said, "Oh, you missed a great moment with Shane when Shane was filling in." I go, "What happened?" Well, what had happened was, and you might have seen this, I hear there was a big showdown last Friday. We played Lady Gaga trivia, Shane hosted with my fill-in Pierre, against Gaga superfan and Fox 9 producer Baby Bjorn. Here's a little bit.
All right. How old was Gaga when she started playing piano?
Wow.
I was not done with the question. 4, 6, 10, or 12.
I'm gonna give it to him. He knew right away. 4.
That's correct.
Wow.
Correct
and
answer.
13, she started writing her own song.
All right, there's no extra credit here, Bjorn.
Bjorn, I know this shocks all of you. Bjorn ended up winning that contest. Yeah.
It got a little tense.
It did get a little tense.
Yeah.
Pierre, you did. I love the Pierre. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Back in a moment. Oh, I laughed out loud. Because I thought you were just speaking like,
No.
yeah, no. Welcome back, everybody. You love her. I love her. You love her recipes. You love her suggestions. You're going to love her jumpsuit she's wearing today. And soon, you're going to love her book. I love saying that. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Hansen has a brand new cookbook called The True North Cabin Cookbook, and it's available right now for pre-sale and hits bookstores on September 6th. Please give it up for Stephanie Hansen.
I am like having such massive imposter syndrome.
Why?
Like you're having this whole segment and I'm like, oh, that looks so good. I wonder who did that. I don't know. Am I an author? Am I a cookbook writer? Like all of these things are just going through my head in the middle of the night and I'm trying to like get right with it.
I don't understand what you just said.
Okay, probably, no offense, but probably because you're a man. Because a lot of men don't experience.
How dare you?
Imposter syndrome
Okay.
like women do, but it's this idea like you've accomplished something,
Yeah.
but it's hard for you to like live in that space of the accomplishment because it feels strange.
Oh.
Like I look at the book and I'm like, someone wanted me to cook something from the book and I'm like, I don't know if I can, but of course I can. I've cooked it a million times. I've written about it, I photographed it, and I can cook it. It's just
I hear you. Okay,
yeah,
now I get it.
It's trying to like step into the space of like, okay, I did this. This is me. Like, here it is.
Well, I said it when you announced it on our show, and thank you for doing that. And thank you for now doing it here, now that we're on the tail end. There's no reason for you to feel that way because you are amazing.
Oh. Well, that's so nice.
You're really good. I mean, I've said it to you 4,000 times off the air.
My inner 5-year-old with pigtails is like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
No,
Jason thinks I'm amazing. That's
I've
so
said
cool.
it 5,000 times. There's a reason that you connect so well with people. Hi, everybody on the TV land. There's a reason you connect so well with people is because you're authentic. And even when you're shishi poo poo, you recognize when you're shishi poo poo. And you're great. Show off the book.
Thanks. Okay.
Hold up your book.
So during the pandemic, all the events I work on, everything was canceled that I do except for my radio show. And
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be canceled too, because we were talking about restaurants. Who wants to talk about restaurants when you can't go for 18 months? But my husband was like, hey, you should write a cookbook about all the things we do at the cabin. Because my Instagram was full of like, ooh, this is a good recipe.
If you
That
do
one is
say
good.
so yourself.
No, my Instagram is full of like, we have this cabin in northern Minnesota and it's on an island. And you have to park somewhere, get in a boat, and ride like 10 minutes to the island. It's 4 acres. We're the only people on it. It was in 1970. That's our Burnside Lodge where we park our boat. And it's kind of a lifestyle thing because we spend a lot of time outside. We're always cooking. You kind of have to cook what you have because to go into town to grab something
It's a
is
pain.
like an hour-long situation. And I'm with there most of the summer with my husband, who's a writer, and his mom, who's 90 years old. And I've learned a lot about cooking from her. And it's just kind of a love story of this really excellent place that you've never been, but that's fine. Oh, we have an outhouse.
Yeah, that's why I've never been. Stephanie doesn't think I would ever go in the outhouse, and I would not. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'll bring my own portable toilet. How long did
shows
this?
up with a coffee
I know,
can.
seriously. How long did this take you from start to finish?
About a year, and I knew nothing about writing cookbooks. So Zoe Francois from Zoe Bakes, I contacted her and I talked to all these people. Patrice Johnson, talked to her. And what I think the most surprising thing about the cookbook is that the industry has changed like every industry. Like I'm not a fancy cookbook writer, so I had to photograph the whole thing by myself.
And look at these. If you're looking at these photos, these are all done by
Casey
Stephanie
Barghini, Lori's husband from the radio
from
show.
My Talk
Yep.
1071. Yeah, and these were all done on your iPhone, right?
Yes, I shot the whole thing on my iPhone, and I'm not a professional photographer. I just tried to like lean into the outside because the light's better. Honestly, I look at some of these pictures and this whole thing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this.
But you did, and you
I
should be.
did.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday, audience. And she brought it, and it was just, it's tactile, like holding it.
Yes.
I'm like, my friend wrote this.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite recipes? You mentioned one. Give me one that I know it's like picking a baby, but like.
Oh,
Like Grandma Kathy's chicken phyllo bundles?
Yes.
The hell is that?
No, she always brings these when she comes to visit the cabin each year. They're little bits of chicken that have been marinated and they're wrapped in phyllo dough, and then you bake them in the oven and you dip them. So there are some recipes in here that are things that people bring to the cabin every year that have become favorites. Kurt's ribs is my husband. Like, everybody wants Kurt's ribs. And last summer I was like, no, we can't have Kurt's ribs. I've already photographed them. We need to have beef bourguignon because I haven't gotten a picture yet. So it was kind of a funny summer of me telling everybody what to do.
Let me
My
ask.
love story is in here about how I met my husband because he proposed to me on the island.
Really?
Yes.
You talk about lobster in here?
I do.
We call it, his nickname is Lobster, is Kurt's
'cause
nickname.
One Thanksgiving he had hand surgery and he had a lobster hand and I had to cook the whole meal for everyone alone.
Yeah, so we call him Lobster.
Yep.
Okay, let me just ask you a question about one particular recipe that everyone will relate to. Grammy's mac and cheese.
Aw.
Everybody has a mac and cheese. What makes yours so good in this book?
Probably because it was my mom's, so you have like a super sentimental feeling. My mom died of breast cancer about, I guess it was about 15 years ago now. So I have a real sentimental feeling about that particular recipe. But like all the recipes in here, they're not necessarily hard. They're just the kind of things that you want to eat when you sit down with your family.
Yeah.
That recipe, it has paprika. She probably got it off the can of something. There's a recipe in here that we cut out that was literally like on the can of a side of Jimmy Dean sausage, that the package that we amped up. So we took that one out. But they're just like, it's not like all cast iron cooking or anything traditional cabin. Probably my favorite recipe in here is like a pork shoulder with these potato dumplings that Kurt's mom showed me how to make one summer. And you know, our cabinet's in way northern Minnesota, so it's cool a couple of months of the summer. So we have like cool items in here as well as like summer, winter items.
Where to find the book, how to get the book, where you can see Stephanie and more, plus some questions from the audience when we come back after this.
This is good for me to think about the questions people are going to ask.
Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. We are glad you're here. And we're glad that Steph wore her new jumper. That's really nice.
Yeah, thanks. I'm a big jumpsuit fan because all you have to find is one thing in your closet to wear.
Yeah. Let me ask, okay, we got to do some Ask Stephanie, but how can people find the book?
You can pre-order it at stephaniesdish.com. And here's a Jason Show exclusive, people.
Oh, look at that.
I am going to be at the State Fair, and you are going to be able to get a copy of the book and have it signed by me. I'm going to be at the I Like You booth on the first Friday of the fair, and then Saturday we do a live weekly dish broadcast at the My Talk 107 booth, and I'm going to do a signing after that as well. So if you want to get the book early, that's where you can get it, is at the State Fair.
Do I get a copy?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to take this one. Anyway.
No, you can't, because I only have two.
I'm kidding. Okay, it's time once again for Ask Stephanie. Lisa's up first. This was on our Facebook page. Lisa asks, do you have a good pesto recipe? If so, how long does it last in the fridge? Great question. I know you do.
Okay, now I would just preface this by I use everything way long past when anyone else does. Generally, pesto will last about a week in the fridge. And do I have a good recipe? Yes, I do. I have a million on stephaniesdish.com, but you can use cilantro, you can use basil. It's basically basil, nuts, olive oil. Here's some tips. If you're gonna freeze your pesto, which usually I do, I make a big batch and I use some right away that night and then I freeze the rest. Freeze it in ice cube trays and pop it out so that you can use it in the future. Or you can freeze it in mason jars where you leave a little bit of headroom so if it expands, it doesn't blow the jar. And frozen, it'll last, I've had pesto still from last summer that we're still eating. But in the fridge, it's about a week. No, yeah, your face.
Okay, yeah.
Your face. You can eat things in the freezer forever.
Okay.
It lasts forever.
Okay.
And here's another secret tip. Pine nuts are very expensive. You don't need to just use pine nuts. You can use almonds, you can use walnuts, you can use pecans. I'm cheap, I use walnuts.
Next question. Lorraine, I love you. Your face! She
Your
asks,
face!
what do you make when you ask your husband what he wants and he goes, I don't care? Which, by the way, audience, back me up. The worst question in life
is what's for dinner.
What's for dinner? What are we doing for dinner?
That's my favorite question. That's how I start every day.
Oh, I hate it. Yeah, anyway, but what do you make lobster?
Okay, first of all, if he asked me that and looked at me like that, I might say you need to order takeout. But beyond that, I always make creamy pasta. Because it's easy. Like you just put a little garlic, a little butter, put a little cream in there, wait till it gets like coating the back of your spoon, throw your noodles in, serve it, Parmesan cheese, maybe you have some fresh herbs you can throw over there, maybe you have some grilled chicken, grilled salmon, steak, whatever. It's either a meal or it's a side. It's always perfect. Second item would be 5-minute risotto in an Instant Pot, and I have a recipe for that on my website too. Instant, like risotto is you always have rice.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good one.
So that's what I do.
Someone in our audience has a question. Hi, Kathy. What's your question for Stephanie?
Hi. Stephanie, first of all, I'm a Gamma Kathy, so I have to check out your chicken recipe.
Yes.
And then I had another question. Gluten-free, are a lot of your recipes adaptable?
Yeah.
Oh, good question.
Good.
Gluten is basically cooking things with wheat, and we now have such great science that there's gluten-free pasta, there's gluten-free flour. There's a great gluten-free flour that works just like regular flour in a lot of my recipes called 1 Cup, 1 Cup, and it was developed, and it's a great flour alternative. But yes, a lot of them can be adapted for gluten-free, and if you need any information specifically, just email me. I'll email you back.
How much do we love Kathy's glasses?
I love Kathy's glasses.
One more question from Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Brenda writes to us on Facebook. She writes, let's put the graphic up. There we go. I'm going to see Wicked at the Orpheum. Where should I eat lunch on a Sunday near the theater in downtown Minneapolis? Great question.
Yeah, because so many things have changed in downtown Minneapolis. So you're going to go to Union Rooftop and you're going to have brunch or lunch. If you go to Wicked at dinner time or you go to the theater at dinner time, I always go to the Butcher's Tail. You can park and you can valet and you can walk like a couple blocks down the street and you're at the theater quickly.
Butcher's Tail is so good.
Yeah,
it's
I
the
think so, too.
revamped Butcher and the Boar.
Yep.
So good. Give it up for Stephanie Hansen, everybody. For more information, go to stephaniesdish.com, and her book, True North Cookbook, is available for pre-sale right now. Let's blow the roof off these pre-sales, everybody. I know
That'd be
you will.
exciting.
That's right. We're going to take a break. We're playing a game when we come back. Back in a moment.
Your face.
Your face. Don't worry. It'll be over before you know it. Welcome back, everybody. Well, it is expected to be the next big movie of the summer from writer-director Jordan Peele. He made Get Out and Us. Nope opens this week. Here's a little preview.
So what happens next? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready? Here we go.
No.
That's right. The movie, and we don't know a lot, and I actually like that. The movie is about people in an isolated town who witness something mysterious. That's all we really know. And I love that. Nope is the inspiration for today's game time. Here we go, Leo. Roll it. Okay. Today's game is called Yup or Nope Dating Edition. It's really simple. It's not hard. I'm going to show you a pair of celebrities, and you have to decide if they did it. If they dated. If they did, say, it's been a long day. If they did, you say, yup. And if not, say, nope. Playing today, they're both yups. Charles and Janine, everybody. And both of you smell really good, if I can give you a compliment. Both of you smell, I could stand here all day. But anyway, we gotta do the dumb show. Okay, here we go. Look at the monitor there. The first, as soon as you know, buzz in. The first combo, Tom Cruise and Drew Barrymore.
No.
Okay, we'll buzz in. Janine?
No.
You are right. You are right. Nope, they did not date. I can't see that.
It's a 50-50 guess.
It is a 50-year. That's why I told you it was easy. Okay, hands above buzzers. Here we go. Tom Cruise and Cher. Janine.
No.
You are wrong.
Oh, really?
They actually dated.
Oh,
around,
my.
wasn't it Risky Business years? Yeah, they dated for a, that's right. Okay, here we go. Hands above buzzers. Denzel Washington and Viola Davis. Charles.
No.
You are right. Nope, they did not date. They're friends, but they did not date. Okay. Oh, this is, okay. Julia Roberts and Paul Rudd. Janine.
No.
You are right. They did not date. They both look very young, but they did not date. Okay. Hands above buzzers. Justin Timberlake and Cameron Diaz. Janine.
Yes.
You are right. They did date, actually. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot that they did date. Okay. Hands above buzzers. Didn't know this one either. Tyra Banks and Drake. Janine.
Yes.
You are right. They did date. Jeff, what year did they date? Do we know? We don't know? Why am I asking you? I'm asking Jeff like he's the dating expert. Anyway, there's a joke there. I'm not going to say it, though. Okay, here we go. Right, control room? Okay, here we go. Kerry Washington and Kevin Hart. Charles.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
Nope, they did not date. They never dated. Hands above buzzers. Oh, we have a twofer here. It's a Matthew McConaughey times 2, but let's start with this one. Matthew McConaughey and Janet Jackson. Janine.
Yes.
They did. I did. Are we sure about that? Why am I questioning you? Yes, of course. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Did you know that, Charles? I didn't know that either, yeah. Hands above buzzers.
Obviously not.
Obviously, yeah. Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Aniston. Janine.
Yes.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope,
she
they did
dated
not
everybody.
date. I know, two beautiful. Oh, we have a threefer for Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here we go. Matthew McConaughey and Sandra Bullock.
Oh.
Janine.
No.
They dated.
Oh.
They did. Didn't they make a movie together? I think so, yeah. It was a romantic comedy. It was a John Grisham movie, yeah. It was something, The Firm or The Law Office or something. Okay, there we go, hands above buzzers. Ryan Reynolds and Alanis Morissette.
Ooh.
Charles.
No.
They did.
Really?
They did date. That's right. They're both Canadian. Alanis Morissette, you can't do that on television on Nickelodeon. I love that show. Okay, here we go. Hands above buzzers. Here's our first one. Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. Janine.
Yes.
No. But the reason we put them together, I'm going to guess, is they're in the new Yellowstone prequel series. That's why, yeah. Give it up for today's players, everybody. See, it's over. I told you to go fast. They're both going home. Listen to this. With 2 passes to see Nope on us, plus T-shirts. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness,
Thank
Jeff.
you.
It's like a little Barker Beauty. Look at Jeff. He's like a little Barker Beauty. You get a T-shirt, bandanas, a whole bunch of swag from the movie Nope. And again, it opens on Friday. Go see it and let us know what you think. We're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. Look at this. There we go. For you, you're welcome. There we go. They'll get your mic off over there. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, such a good group. We've had so many good audiences this week. It's time to meet today's first J VIP of the week. Today it's Gerald Gray. Hi, Gerald. He says he loves the upbeat vibe and positivity from the show. He's watched every day, and each day the whole crew makes him laugh. Yep, we have a really great crew here. He's been a fan of the show since the very first, which is amazing. We're going on season 8 this September. Gerald gets a Jason Show. Yeah, thank you, audience. Yeah. Season 8. Gerald gets a Jason Show mug. He's also entered to win the monthly grand prize. That includes coming to the studio to watch the show, a $150 accessories gift card to Becker Furniture World, and a $200 gift card from Woodhouse Spa. The surprise goodbye when we come back. Back in a moment. Okay. Wrapping things up. Don't forget, if you want to come see us, go get tickets on our Facebook page. Right to the left. Sign up. You're in at 9:30. You're out by like 11:15. Okay, it is time for the surprise goodbye. You know how this works. I never know what's in this segment until I read it live right here on the teleprompter. Okay, here we go. Today, something to keep in mind if you ever come across a raccoon. One guy tried getting video of a raccoon in Philadelphia, and this happened.
That one, look at that one. He's like, I know you see me.
Yeah.
Oh my God! He bit me!
Oh!
He bit me!
Oh my goodness. So while trying to record raccoon number 1 climbing a fence, another raccoon ambushed him on the sidewalk, biting his leg. He had to get a rabies shot just in case. Oh my goodness. They're like velociraptors. They work in pairs. It's like, oh, look how cute I am. Woof! Wow. Oh, that's good. Oh, you're right. That's a good one. Oh, I'd see they look cute, but then they bite you, and then it's not cute anymore. Yeah. Again, those monkeys in St. Kitts, they were cute, but I'm like, anyway. Tomorrow on the show, Sarah Rogers is back and talking sales at the Mall of America, which there's some good ones, believe me. Plus, Dax Holt will join us as well. Again, I want to say, I said it a little bit ago, we've had such great audiences all week, and this audience is no exception. Thank you to them. And thanks to all of you watching. If you want tickets, go to our Facebook page. That's going to do it for us right now. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.